Hey, this is Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Today I'm going to give you a closer look at the Tusk Ball Joint Tool. The Tusk Ball Joint Tool is designed to replace ball joints on most ATVs and UTVs without having to remove your control arm. Now, to tell if these ball joints are bad, what you'll do is raise the machine off the ground. You're going to grab the tire from top to bottom, rock it back and forth, and look for any play in the ball joints. If you see any play, you definitely want to get them replaced because that way you can help prevent having a breakdown while you're out on the trail. Now, if you're going to do the work yourself, this tool is really handy to have because it's going to make the job a lot easier and quicker, again, since you don't have to remove the control arm from the machine like you would if you're going to use a shop press or the hammer and socket method. Now, on top of that, it's going to help safely install the new ball joint without damaging the ball joint itself or any of your steering and suspension components. And this tool, it has a cutout, and that's going to let the ball joint be pressed out. It also has several different adapters, 3 different adapters, and the configuration of those will depend if you're pressing the ball joint out or pressing a new one in. Now, as far as ball joints go, you have a couple of different styles. There's one style with the flange in the middle of the ball joint like this one. This tool will not work on that style of ball joint. Now, the other style, you have the flange on the end of the ball joint, and the tool will work on this as long as the outside diameter of this flange is 35 millimeters or less. So I'm going to take my digital caliper and measure that. So we're 35 millimeters right on the money with our ball joint. So we know the tool works with this ball joint, and this tool actually is very similar to the Polaris OEM tool. It's just a much more affordable option. And even if you don't own a Polaris, it's going to work on any ball joint that meets these criteria. So what we're going to do is go ahead and pull our Razor 900 in here that this ball joint goes to and show you how to set everything up. With the machine in the shop, we've already raised it off the ground, removed the wheel. We've also removed our lower shock mount, and there's also a bolt on this ball joint that holds it in place. And then after that, you can remove your snap ring that holds it in place as well. Now, as I mentioned before, this tool comes with a few different adapters. So we're going to take this collar and set it on top. Now, next we have this pressing piece. We're going to put this on this end of the ball joint. Once you've done that, you can apply some grease to the threads of the tool, and you'll install it so the open end is facing up, and then you want to align that center bolt with the pressing piece. You'll tighten it down until the ball joint is fully removed. Now, as far as the installation goes, you're going to want to make sure that the bore in the A-arm is perfectly clean and that there's no damage to the A-arm. Now, we're going to put some grease down in that bore and then square up the ball joint with it. Once you've done that, installation of this ball joint is going to be reverse of removal. So this collar is actually going to go on the bottom side. Then on top, we're going to use this flat top cap, and we'll install the tool exactly opposite as we did, so the open side is facing down and the center bolt is going to press down on that flat top cap. At this point, we can go ahead and tighten the tool until the ball joint is fully seated, and you'll know it's fully seated once your wrench starts to become hard to turn, and you can remove the tool and verify that the circlip groove on the ball joint is fully exposed. At this point, you can go ahead and reinstall your circlip. You've got the lower shock mount, your bolt holding this on, and your wheel. And that's it for the Tusk Ball Joint Tool. If you need this tool or anything like the ball joints or steering and suspension components, be sure to check out our website. We have a lot of different options on there. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more helpful content. I'm Charles, thanks for watching.